Welcome to another Tutor Up Commander Deck Tech. Today we are taking a look at Veyran, Voice of Duality, and we're going to be focusing on Veyran's second ability here. If you casting or copying an instant or sorcery spell causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. And there are tons of permanents that trigger off the cast of an instant or sorcery. We're going to be putting our focus on permanents that deal damage to our opponents every time we cast an instant or sorcery. So we'll be using cards like Coruscation Mage, Electrostatic Field, Fiery Inscription, and Raw Storm Conduit. But it's real easy for a deck like this to run out of gas, so the instants and sorceries that we'll be casting are mostly cantrips. If you don't know what a cantrip is, that is pretty much a card that replaces itself by drawing a card, or giving you some sort of card advantage. Cards like Faithless Looting, Careful Study, Ponder, and Brainstorm are perfect examples, but these cantrips are not necessarily going to net you a card, so we're going to have some other card advantage in here with cards like Archmage Emeritus, Jori N Ruin Diver, and Niv Mizzet Perun. We're also running Virtue of Courage and Niv Mizzet Visionary in here to turn our non-combat damage into card advantage. But with all of this, we can definitely still run out of gas, so we have a little bit of recursion in the deck as well, like Ogier Pakpatik Deepest Approach, which is going to give our instants and sorcery spells rebound, so they will cast on our next upkeep, and Lair, Disciple of the Drowned, which will give our instants and sorceries in our graveyard flashback. And we definitely don't want to run out of mana when we're doing this, because we're going to be wanting to cast several one-drop cantrips in our turns, so we're going to actually replace the mana we use as well by using cards like Birgi, God of Storytelling, Stormkiln Artist, and Urabrask. So the main way to win with this deck is going to be dealing non-combat damage to your opponents, which can be prevented. So we have a way around that with cards like Insult and Injury, and Isengard Unleashed, which both actually double or triple our damage that we would be dealing in that turn. So playing these and then dropping a bunch of cantrips and getting those triggers can very well end the game. If you enjoyed this deck tech, go ahead and check out the full deck list on my Mox Field and give me a follow there. And if you would like to support the channel, head over to our sponsor, printingproxies.com, Magic the Gathering's fastest and best proxy site. Don't forget to leave some comments down below of cards that you might add to this deck or other commanders that you would like to see deck techs for, and I will see you on the next one.